You don't have to explain nothing to her.
Take the case off. That's mine. Literally, get it back, please.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
No. Okay, then show me the.
No, you get a life.
Over there.
What's on your Instagram? You better go use find my iPhone. Go do that.
Find my iPhone is on. On now, right?
No, you can't. No,
I'm the manager of the hotel.
I don't care.
He will
this is
right
my
now.
son.
Hey,
Did you see me just come downstairs out of the fucking elevator?
I'm trying to help, man.
No, but you're not helping.
I
What
am.
you're being is disrespectful.
No, I'm trying to settle this situation.
My son has nothing to do with her.
No.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the lobby.
Then show me the proof. No, he's not leaving. Show me the proof.
Are you kidding me? You better get on.
I need you.
Let's go, kid.
I'm sorry.
Better get on. We have you see two black people?
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
Better get on
No,
somewhere.
please get my phone back. I cannot not have my phone.
Get your ass on.
Okay, so y'all just heard that audio right there. There's actually a video attached to it, but I'm not going to play the video because you know how YouTube is. I always have to give that disclaimer. I will leave the link to the video down below. So basically what you have in this situation is you have this musician whose name is Keyon Harrold, who is the guy on the left, and this ultimate bitch named Becky. That's probably not her name. I don't know what her name is at the point. I don't really give a damn what it is. He was staying at this hotel with his son, who was 14 years old, called the Arlo Soho Hotel in NYC. And he was basically assaulted and accosted by this random white woman because she accused his 14-year-old son of stealing her iPhone. Now, the story behind this is that this woman did stay at the hotel, but she had already been checked out of the hotel for like 3 days. Because I think they said this happened the day after Christmas. I think it was on the 26th of December when this happened, and she checked out on the 23rd, which was 3 days prior to that. And she came back to the hotel claiming that she had left her iPhone and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, she sees a 14-year-old black boy with an iPhone and automatically pegs him as the one that stole her iPhone. And it absolutely makes absolutely no kind of sense whatsoever. And then if you look at the video, she's yelling while she's trying to hide behind, I'm guessing, what appears to be the manager, or at least one of the workers, but it looks like a manager of the hotel. And he's trying to tell her, like, this woman is crazy. Why would my son take your iPhone? And this is one way I knew that she was lying. Because when Keyon said, use the feature on your iPhone called Find My iPhone, which is a feature to let you know where your iPhone is, and it can track it if it's lost, and it'll tell you where it's at. She said it's off. Now, why would you turn that feature off? And that's a default feature that's usually always on, unless you go into your settings and turn it off. Why would you turn that off? Like, that was a red flag right there. And then as Keyon and his son are walking away and she's still talking, she manages to break through the person that was holding her back and then tries to assault his son. Like, you can literally see her lunging at his son. And then the next time the camera pans over, she's laid out hanging onto the couch. As a matter of fact, if you look at this picture right here, this is when she was like sitting on the floor by the couch or the sofa, or whatever that was right there, because Keyon pushed her off of his son. And then all of a sudden she comes back and lunges back and tries to attack him. And then the video cuts off. According to what he said that she tried to tackle his son, which is what led to her being on the floor, because he pushed her off of his son. And then she lunged at him and began to scratch him. So this is like complete and utter assault right there behind the allegations that her iPhone was stolen by this boy, which definitely is clearly not true. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read the article that was given. It says, let me scroll back up a little bit. As a matter of fact, no, let me read his Instagram post. He said, I hate I have to post this. I am furious. We see this crap happening all the time, but it hits different when it hits home. I typically try to keep things positive, but nothing about this video is positive. The lady in this video assaulted my 14-year-old son and me as we came down from our room in the Arlo Hotel's Arlo Soho to get breakfast. This person, quote unquote, lost her iPhone, and apparently my son magically acquired it, which is merely ridiculous. This incident went on for more than 5 minutes. Me and my protecting my son from this lunatic. She scratched me. She tackled and grabbed him. He is a child. Now watch it again. This lady is not even a guest at the hotel. She checked out of the hotel on the 23rd of December. Today is the 26th. Now watch as the manager advocates for the lady who is not even a hotel guest, insisting and attempting to use his managerial authority to force my son to show his phone to this random lady. Now look at that. The manager wasn't even on their side and their current guest at the hotel, but he's going to be on the side of the bitch that's not even no longer a guest there. Like I said, they get on cold like it's nothing. And then try to force his son to show that it's, that the phone is his wife, so she could just snatch it up out of his hand. So she just saw that it was a random iPhone and automatically it was hers in her eyes. Man, this woman would have got her ass kicked out of the revolving doors and would have ended up on this goddamn sidewalk. He actually empowered her. He didn't even consider the fact we were actually the guests. Now think about the trauma that my son now has to carry, only coming downstairs to have box day brunch with his dad. Then her phone was magically returned by an Uber driver a few minutes after the incident. No apology from her after this traumatic situation to my son, nor me. No apologies from the establishment. This shit happens so often. It needs to stop. If any recognizes this person, please tag or DM. So look at that. She left her iPhone in an Uber driver, in an Uber. She left her phone in an Uber. But she came in there and automatically assumed that this 14-year-old black kid who she's never seen before stole her phone. As if she had just saw them get into the Uber she got out of and took her phone, and then they saw them again, and she saw them again, and he happened to have her phone. She had no proof that this boy took her phone. But she just saw a black boy and automatically assumed, he's a thief, because in their minds we're thieves. This coming from a group of people whose ancestors who have pillaged and stolen whole nations have a lot of nerve. But he said he didn't get no apology from her, which doesn't surprise me. He didn't get an apology from the establishment for what they did. If I was him, I would sue that establishment first because they allowed it to happen. They allowed this woman to come up in there and cause all that commotion and allow her to assault them. Then I would definitely sue her for assault. Assault to him and to his son. Assault on a minor. Because that was uncalled for. But this is how these Karens get down. We have seen the rise of the Karen this year. Especially, during quarantine. And they don't stop. She felt so entitled that day to come up in there. And like he said, she wasn't even a guest. And they catered to her as if she was. All because of an allegation. She knew that boy didn't take her phone. And the Uber came back and dropped her phone off and said, look, you left your phone in my car. And she didn't give one apology. And I knew she would. She's embarrassed. She looks like a fucking idiot. And she is an idiot. But I'm glad they got her face out there. I hope whatever line of employment she has fires her ass. For real. If she even works. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure to have your notifications turned on to all. And I will talk to you in the next one. I wanted to come and add this piece of footage right here that is very crucial to the case involving this story right here. Now, this chick claims that she did not try to attack or tackle this boy. But camera angles are everything. Now, we couldn't get the camera angle we wanted because of the initial recording because the dad was trying to protect his son. Well, they have surveillance footage from inside the hotel at the perfect angle, and you will clearly see that this chick tried to tackle this boy. Now I'm going to play this footage for you and I'll let you be the judge. Now the arrow right there is pointing at the woman, and she's the one right here with the hat on. And that's her right there running to tackle the boy. That's him. And that's her right there, and that's when she fell. And that's who they're looking for. Let me play it for you again. That's her. She runs, she grabs him, he tries to get her off of him, and then he pushes her back, and then they both fall. And that's how she ended up on the floor. In case y'all were wondering, remember in the video we kept seeing her on the floor? That's how she ended up on the floor, was from when she tried to tackle him at that point. But that's the footage right there from a different angle. So I just wanted to bring that piece to you. This is a couple days after I recorded the initial video. So I had to come on here and add this little piece of information in right quick about the whole chick that was at that hotel. They're dubbing her Soho Karen, but right now we don't have to call her that anymore because they have her identity. And this is her right here in a different image. And her name is Miya Ponsetto. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce her last name. They said she's 22 years old. And they said she's from Simi Valley. I guess that's in California. I'm thinking that's in California. And if you type her name into the search bar of Google, a lot of images of her pop up. And yeah, so now we know who she is. They finally said who she was. Now they need to bring on those charges of assault, especially after that last clip y'all just saw. But we'll see what happens.